My fiancé, 44 million, and I, 29 female, moved to a certain race-dominated town, and he's acting odd. Where to go from here? My fiancé and I moved here 3 weeks ago for his new job. I am so proud of him for this. I helped him during the interview process, shaved his beard, lined it up, gave him certain things I used when I worked in an office. I picked out his clothing, etc. We were excited about the opportunity. Although I'd be 2 hours from my family and friends, we thought it'd be a great start. Plus, the pay is amazing. Obviously, my mother had some issues with it, but wished us the best. My son's father went insane, but I said I would gladly meet him somewhere closer for pickup and drop-offs. I have sole custody, so I double-checked, and I was allowed to change school and move our son. He had notice of it, but only got mad when I turned down his proposal to date again. He thought my fiancé getting a new job far away meant I'll go back to his cheating, abusive self, narcissistic. Now my issue is, I'm Black, Caribbean, my fiancé is white Canadian. This new city is primarily white. I get way more stares here in the last 3 weeks than I have in my entire life. For example, I was driving to pick up my son from school, and this lady almost crashed her car, breaking her neck, staring at me. This other gentleman in his car beside me at a red light, again, kept staring at me. Just today, I had an older man I saw sitting on his porch, leave his porch to walk 4 houses down, where I parked my car, waiting for my son's bell to ring, to walk next to my car and peep inside. Whether my fiancé wants to admit it or not, I'm being stared at like I'm some kind of new species of human. I started to notice when my fiancé and I go grocery shopping. He says let's separate and meet up when it's time to pay. Odd, I thought, but let it go. We went to Winners, same thing. He said for us to separate. Then again, at an antique store, we were getting a lot of looks and he literally just disappeared. Like I did not even know how long he was gone while I was talking to myself before I turned around to see him gone. He claimed he told me he was going to the washroom, but he definitely did not. I know his job is very important in this town, and he did mention everyone at his job is all Caucasians. Not a single person of them are any other race. So now I have this gut feeling he does not want them to know that I am Black because he's afraid they'll think of him differently. That's why when we are out, he wants to be apart. I've brought this up to him and he said he just felt he was being clingy lately, but yet yesterday we visited old friends and he was all over me, like he usually is. I feel like this is grounds for a breakup because clearly he's uncomfortable about being seen with me in public, which makes me extremely self-conscious and just sad. I feel pretty much even more alone. Update. Thank you to everyone that commented on my post. I did not expect to have so many responses, but I wanted to give an update. I'll try to make this short. I spoke to him again about how I'm feeling and he kind of brushed it off. Then I said, it's best my son and I leave, so he won't have to worry about being embarrassed by us. He came home from work and started apologizing and crying, saying he can see why I thought that, but it was far from the truth. He said he was just stressed with work and wasn't thinking. He promised he'll take me out this weekend and treat me how he would always. I wanted to believe him, but something was off. He left, came back home after work with flowers and wine, but then immediately started an argument and shouted, here's what I just realized last night. Last week we went to the gym and he wanted to schedule the trainer for yesterday at 6 p.m., which I thought was odd, since that's our usually dinner time, but thought whatever. It's one missed dinner. But then I told him my trainer emailed me and wanted to combine our training and he'll email me to let me know how my finances training went. When I told my fiancé, he immediately said, maybe it's best he reschedule for Saturday so we can all just meet. Now last night he weirdly started the argument at 5:45 p.m. He claimed he needed to go to the gym to calm down, but literally put on his fav shirt, fav date shoes, and his fancy watch. He stormed out the door and left. He started messaging me and I said I thought it was odd he got dressed up to go to the gym. Within 5 minutes he came back saying he was just going to go to the pub close by and started talking normally, expressing how much he loves me. Thinking back, I did notice when it was dinner time on weekdays. He wouldn't finish his dinner or said he wasn't hungry, but on weekends he can eat 3 meals a day. He went from saying how excited he was for me to visit his work to saying it'll be best if I come when he's more set up. I also noticed he'd wake up at 5 a.m. rather than 8 a.m. on weekdays. I thought maybe he was just stress, but last night the fact that he started an argument dressed up and left around the exact same time he scheduled his gym training just seems fishy. I'm starting to believe maybe he's having an affair and he's embarrassed for her to find out that I am Black. Everyone at his works knows he's engaged. The man who gave him his position is his friend of 20 years. So I don't think he's hiding he's in a relationship at work. I honestly don't even know. Can someone cheat with someone in just 3 weeks?